From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update.
Dennis's Heating and Air Conditioning is Northern California's premier heating and air conditioning contractor. From residential housing, large commercial projects, installation to repair, sheet metal fabrication, and everything in between, we are your go-to heating and air conditioning specialist.
Well, I hope you had a chance to get out there today and enjoy this beautiful weather. I had a chance to go for a nice jog, enjoy the sunshine, enjoy that crisp air. Hopefully you had a chance to get out of your daily routine, at least enjoy some of that beautiful weather out there today. And, things are going to actually start to drop, those temperatures. And mornings, they're going to be quite cold as well, especially going into tonight and tomorrow morning, which we'll see here in a second. Cooler, but mainly dry through the weekend. Thursday, maybe a bit of a kink in there, but of course we'll talk about that here in a second. Cooler and wetter as we go into really through most of next week. There's the next storm system I've got my eyes on. This one looks pretty impressive. I mean, it's got lots of moisture associated with it, the colder air. But of course, the bulk of it's going to be moving to our north, but it will clip Northern California and give some of us some rainfall. So here's your overall setup. This cooler air is going to be moving itself on in over the next couple of days, but then some warmer air moves in by the weekend. This colder air of the Gulf of Alaska by next week is what's really going to be the main pattern for next week. This is going to set the stage for number one, cooler temperatures, but number two, with a nice deep trough of low pressure and of course some moisture to work with, we'll be looking at some rain out there, and not to mention some snow in the higher elevations. So let's kind of walk you through all of this and take a look at Futurecast. Take you to the noon hour tomorrow. The clouds will be on the increase, by the way, but really not much in the way of rain to start off the first half of the day on Thursday. Yeah, there may be a stray shower here and there, especially say western or central Siskiyou County westward, but mainly dry to start off the day on Thursday. Now, Thursday afternoon is when I do expect basically central Siskiyou County, Trinity County, and not to mention Del Norte and Humboldt counties, all of this area here to see the best chances for measurable rainfall. Most of it's not going to be a lot. I mean, there are a few pockets here that may be kind of in that moderate rainfall. So yeah, some measurable rainfall is in the forecast there. But this is, again, tomorrow at 5 p.m. Notice it's pretty much dry everywhere else. Now, as we go into Thursday night, this cooler air kind of pushes on in. Now, there is a chance that Thursday night we could see a stray sprinkle, maybe a light shower in the valley, and even for some of the mountains east of the valley as well. But you can see it is few and far between and not very impressive. For Friday morning, Friday afternoon, we start to see the skies begin to clear out. Should be a dry day on Friday. Saturday, Sunday, also looking dry. And now the long-range forecast models agree that Monday is looking dry as well. So here you can see the American forecast model that we're looking at here. That rain way off to our west. Now, the European forecast model has this line of rain much closer to the coast, but not on the coast just yet. So I'm going to keep Monday dry for now, and then by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week, we've got a series of storm systems passing through that will bring us rain, and not to mention snow in the higher elevations. So only time will tell on, as far as the overall intensity of that rain. We'll get a better handle on how much rain we can possibly expect. We'll get a better handle on those snow levels as we go into the next few days, get closer to next week as well. So stay tuned, especially if you have outdoor plans next week, because I think you're going to be dealing with that colder and wetter weather moving on in. Now, the wave heights for your Thursday, they're dropping a little bit, but notice off to sea here, off to the north and west, those wave heights are getting higher, and that will be kind of making its way back to the southeast as we go into the next couple of days. Your winds for tomorrow will be from the south at 5 to 15 knots, with your waves to the northwest at 5 feet at 10 seconds. High tide in the morning, your low tide in the afternoon, with that chance for rain throughout the day. All right, so let's take a look at our forecast tonight. And oh yeah, it's getting cold out there. Now, here's the thing. You got temperatures dropping down to the mid-30s in the valley. You could definitely be looking at the potential for some frost out there. So I know anyone that's involved in agriculture, these are temperatures, especially if you got to protect any of those outdoor vegetation, you're definitely going to have to do what you need to do to help protect that, because it's getting pretty cold. Now, as you go into the higher elevations off to the east, look at that, teens and 20s. I mean, we've already reached that point where you know what you got to do off to the north and east, right? Siskiyou County, looking at temperatures mid to upper 20s. Trinity County, upper 20s, low 30s. So yeah, definitely looking at some frost out there. Upper 30s for Hoopa and Willow Creek, and in the low to mid 40s. Getting quite chilly even for the coast with those temperatures in the low to mid 40s. Now for your Thursday, we've got those temperatures in the low 60s. So we are dropping our temperatures down by a few degrees here for the valley. For the mountains, 40s and 50s, and low to mid 50s for Siskiyou County, upper 50s, low 60s for Trinity County, inland low 60s, and for the coast, upper 50s for your daytime highs. Let's take a look at your 7-day outlook, and it's getting chilly out there, especially those mornings tonight and to tomorrow morning, and not to mention the next few mornings. Your Veterans Day will be dry. Actually, a very nice day on Veterans Day. This is when we expect the peak of a warming trend on Saturday, and then temperatures dropping again. Now, what I'm doing here is starting Tuesday, we're starting to see the chance for rain. I'm keeping it dry up until that point. With the exception, of course, Thursday, that chance for an isolated shower from Mount Shasta. But by Tuesday, Wednesday, I've got snow levels, 4,000 to 4,500 feet. We're going to have to watch that closely. They could lower, they could maybe go a little bit higher. Depends on how much of that colder air decides to move in, coming in from the west. Now, for the valley, I've got you dry all the way through Monday, and then there's that chance for showers kicking in by the time we get into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Now, we look at Thursday, you've got the clouds moving in. If you see a stray sprinkle late in the day tomorrow or in the evening or overnight hours, not out of the question. But overall, it's fairly dry, and we keep it dry at least through Monday. Looking at your 7-day outlook for the coast, you got the showers off and on through the day on tomorrow. Friday looks dry. Through Monday of next week looking fairly dry, and then more showers kicking in by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week.